Hello everyone. So today we are talking about another wonderful graduate program at the University of Winnipeg, Masters of Arts in Criminal Justice. And joining with me today is Dr. Katharina Meyer, who is the graduate program chair and an associate professor of the department. Welcome, Katharina. So I have brought a few questions for you. I'll start right away. First one, why would someone pursue an MA in criminal justice?
Thanks for the question. So maybe I'll start with what is criminal justice, and that will help us answer why would somebody pursue an MA in criminal justice. So in criminal justice, we examine the nature and workings and impacts of the criminal justice system. So by this we mean police, courts, corrections, but also institutions that routinely interact with the criminal justice system. So for example, the public health system. And we're interested, for example, on the impact of different systems and institutions, in particular on marginalized and equity-seeking groups. So with an MA in criminal justice, you gain in-depth knowledge on the criminal justice system, how it works, how it functions, how we apply laws, policies, and how they impact different groups of people. You gain really strong analytical skills, research and writing skills, which our students have applied to a range of different professions and PhD level work. I'm sure we'll talk more about that later. But in short, it's an interdisciplinary program that allows you to explore your area of research connected to crime, criminal justice, and related topics, and gain hands-on, rigorous skills in methods, research design, writing, and analysis. Wonderful.
That's interesting to know about the interdisciplinary and practical nature of your program. So that brought me into my next question. How is this different from a master's in criminology or law degree?
Yeah, that's a great question too. So, as I mentioned, in criminal justice, we're really interested in the systems aspect, how systems work, the consequences of them, how laws and policies are applied on the books, and what they look like in action. Now, when we compare this to criminology, criminology is a little bit more interested in concepts of crime and crime causation. So there is a difference for sure, but there's also a lot of overlap, and certainly students with a BA in criminology and students who are interested in learning about crime, desistance, and other issues related to criminality, I think would be really well suited to our program. Now, when it comes to law, we are not a professional program. We are an academic program, so this is not a master's of law that a law school would offer, for example. Or a professional degree in law such as a JD, which also you would go to a law school for. We are an academic program, graduate program on criminal justice. So it's really, I think, of interest to students who want to pursue graduate level work with a heavy research focus.
That's a helpful clarification. Thank you. So my next question, what type of academic or professional careers the graduates of MA Criminal Justice will be ready for?
Yeah, I love this question, in part because I always find it so exciting, the type of meaningful careers our graduates have forged. So quite a few of our students have gone on to continue with doctoral level studies. I just talked to one of our former students who's currently pursuing her doctorate at the University of Alberta in sociology. Now, other students have entered the workforce. Some of them work in senior or mid-level policy roles, and again, others have found work with community-based organizations or in the nonprofit sector. So it's quite varied, and I think the MA in criminal justice really opens up different opportunities. So even though, we're focused on the criminal justice system, the criminal justice system interacts with so many different aspects and sectors in our society, which I think is one of the reasons why it opens up many doors. And then lastly, other students continue to work in research roles, such as a policy analyst, research analyst, or as research associates with different faculty. So it's really different careers. And I should also mention, since you can conduct our program part-time, some of our students are already working, such as in corrections. And so the MA provides them an ability to hone some of their research skills, which they can then carry over in their current work.
Wow, it's great to hear about success of your alumni, and especially for prospective students who are watching this. Could you tell me a little bit about, maybe provide some examples, how you train the students to be ready for those careers we just discussed?
Absolutely. So students take a number of courses, required courses on law, policy, methods, and theory, and then a number of elective courses. And they range, and I encourage everyone to look up the elective courses we typically offer. And then every student writes either a thesis or a knowledge synthesis project under the supervision of a faculty advisor. So you get hands-on training in theory, methods, and writing because you work one-on-one with a faculty member. The thesis students conduct their original research. Some have done qualitative projects, other quantitative projects, and the knowledge synthesis project students synthesize an existing body of work that aligns with their research interests. So students really get an opportunity to delve deeply into something that really interests them and that they're passionate about. And so they learn these research skills and what it takes to write up a thesis and also to present it.
Wonderful. So students get to do some really interesting, excellent, and meaningful work.
Yeah, and we've seen that with our students writing on really interesting topics, yes.
Amazing. So this brings to my last question. Who can apply for this Master's in Criminal Justice degree?
Yeah, because criminal justice is interdisciplinary, and we are an interdisciplinary department with faculty with degrees from psychology to criminology, sociology, and history. We encourage students from diverse disciplinary backgrounds to apply. This includes criminal justice, criminology, sociology, but also other disciplines, including the humanities. There are GPA requirements. Students are encouraged to contact prospective supervisors before applying, and that's because, as I said, each student is paired with a supervisor, so it's important to discuss research interests and whether they align. And then again, I encourage every prospective applicant to check out our website or to reach out to me directly if they want to discuss their individual situation, of course.
That's wonderful. So you heard it. It's not only for criminal justice undergraduates, but also from a variety of majors like sociology and psychology and more. So the good news is now the applications for the upcoming graduate programs in the upcoming year is open until February 1st of the next year. So if you're ready, please get your applications in. And if you have any questions, please contact Graduate Studies Office or Dr. Katharina Meyer for any further questions. Thank you, Katharina, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Michaela.